right, time for us to get into a conversation. We're looking at President William Ruto's performance 1 year on. Right here in studio, I'm joined by the Honorable Gitonga Mukunji, the Member of Parliament for Manyata in Embu County, as well as Annette Harima, the Programs Manager from the Kenya Human Rights Commission, Mheshimiwa Abdul Haru from Mandera South, and also from Mombasa, the Honorable Robert Basil, the Member of Parliament for Yata. All of you are very much welcome. And our conversation tonight, obviously, will start from the point of economy. And probably to start with you, Mheshimiwa Gitonga Mukunji, when you look at the pledges of a president pre-election versus how he has performed, how would you rate the president?
Thank you so much, Mr. JJ, for this evening. And a very nice setting at KBC. First, I would like to say hi to my viewers, especially my bosses in Manyata constituency. And I would like to say that it has been a year that is of good experience. Myself and the president, we got into the new positions. Me being the Member of Parliament and the president being the president of this country. And let me say that coming to your question is that we need to actually look at the achievements in a realistic manner, more than what has been happening around when you listen to people criticizing the president, especially in terms of where we have come from as a country. And as I said previously, is that the first order of business for this presidency was to manage a crisis that was hidden and not announced in public before. And this is a crisis of exorbitant borrowing that had no breaks, issue of borrowing to really consume other than to conjure economic growth, and issues to do with believing now as a country we have to be disciplined in terms of our resources and what we can get. And 1 year down, I would say that the president has done fantastically well. And this one, I'm looking at it as a way of, first of all, managing the country in terms of what the extent of what we can do in terms of what we can receive. And also the issue of really coming to terms with our economy. And I will tell you, JJ, that we used to borrow money to pay our salaries. There was money borrowed previously to even pay bonuses for tea and coffee, which is an unfortunate matter. But now we have seen a case where in some few months, even salaries were delayed because there was no money to really pay, and that was something that we need to recognize.
We shall get to the details of the management of that, but very quickly, so that I go to the other.
Yes.
So you're saying the president was dealing with a crisis. Do you think he has dealt with it?
He has actually done the first preliminary arrangement to ensure now this country is able to build up.
All right.
And I'll tell you that by looking at even the budget, the first budget that we read 2 months ago of the 3.6 trillion, that budget, if you look at it, we are collecting an estimate, and I believe it will even be surpassed this year. We are estimating to collect close to 2.5 trillion in terms of what we are collecting locally.
And we'll talk about that
in a bit. We are going to also reduce on the borrowing, as we have done previously, with around 300 billion that was supposed to be borrowed, and we did not borrow.